And that young doctor, he reckons that you might wake up soon. Yeah. Which is great, isn't it? I mean, it's about time, really. God, so much has happened since you've been in here. And that guy who caused the accident, he's been in and out of jail. Wasn't in there 2 minutes. No bloody deterrent these days, is there? Oh, you've got new neighbours. Yeah, foreign. But they're nice enough. They seem pleasant and clean. Oh my God, and you'll never guess who I bumped into the other day. Jennifer Brown. Do you remember? She was in our class at school. Oh, she has not aged well, let me tell you. Her hair, oh, it's so grey. Oh, and it looked like she'd cut it herself with garden shears in the dark. Oh, and her teeth. Well, what teeth she had left. Oh, God, it would give my dentist a heart attack. Oh. Well, it's nice to see you in one of my night dresses. Yeah, those that your Lisa brings. God, they're not exactly suitable, are they? I mean, we're a bit long in the tooth for nightgowns with slogans about sex on them, aren't we? Not that I'd know anything about that. Kept myself decent, haven't I? Mother always said that if a man was serious, you'd wait until he'd got a ring on your finger. Then she stopped me from getting married. But of course, she thought she was doing the right thing, didn't she? Kept telling me that Colin wasn't good enough. I didn't know any better, of course. But she was adamant that he was not husband material, and that was that. She managed to split us up, what with her snidey remarks and telling him that I was out when he phoned. It wasn't until a few months ago that I found out that he'd kept writing to me and that she'd destroyed every single letter. But I've told you that before, haven't I? Sorry, I keep repeating myself. God, you must be sick and tired of me whittering on week in, week out about the same things. You'd give me a right telling off if you came round, wouldn't you? Of course, Mother's dead and gone now. You'd have enjoyed the funeral though, you know. We had some lovely hymns. A couple of my favourites and then one of hers. You know, she always wanted loads of flowers at her funeral, but I just said family flowers only, and we'd have a collection for the Dogs Trust. She hated dogs. And of course, with me being the only family member there was only one bunch of flowers. Sarah, my dear friend, you do know, don't you, that as much as I love you, I really can't let you wake up. I mean, if what they say is right, that you can hear every word I say, then you might tell everyone. You might tell them what I've said over the last few months. I can't have that. She deserved it though. You know that, don't you? She made my life hell from the minute I was born till the minute she died. She was nasty, spiteful and cruel. Yeah, everything was going her way, yeah, she could be nice as pie. But she could not get her head round the fact that I might want to escape her clutches. And that's why she split me and Colin up, moved us out of town. That way I couldn't bump into him. Bitch. Absolute bitch. So I had to do it. If she hadn't have told me about those bloody letters when she was having one of her temper tantrums, just because I'd had the audacity to suggest going somewhere without her, then she'd still have been ruining my life right now. But that day, I just saw red. I didn't give a second thought to the fact that I was stood at the top of the stairs when it happened. I just pushed her out of the way so I could get past. And down she went, head over heels. If I'd have called the ambulance, then maybe she'd have survived. But I doubt it. I think her neck broke on the way down. I stood over her for a while and I told her exactly what I thought of her. She didn't move or react, and she would have done if she'd have been alive. She would have done, because I was never allowed to have my own opinion unless it was the same as hers, because she was always right. Oh, that's what she thought anyway. Eventually I just stood over her and got my coat and handbag and went to the garden centre for the afternoon. Lovely it was. I had hot chocolate and 2 pieces of cake, because she'd never let me have cake when I took her. Oh no, because she'd say that the garden staff, they wouldn't have washed their hands before they'd touched the food. I doubt that was true. But you know what she was like. Couldn't tell her anything. She'd make you believe that black was white by the time she'd finished with you. Anyway, when I got back home, she still hadn't moved. So I made myself a cup of tea and sat down. I had to think about what I was going to say when I called the emergency services. Poor mother, I said when I finally got through to them. She must have fallen whilst I was out. I told them that she fell all the time, but that she just didn't want to tell the doctor. So you see, Sarah, I've got away with it. I've murdered my own mother. Well, manslaughter, really. She deserved it, though. And do you know what? I really hope that she suffered while she was lying there, waiting for me to come home. I really do. But of course, I've told you that before, haven't I? And that's why you understand, don't you? I can't let you wake up.